guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be my reset self-care monthly vlog full of mostly 5-star reads that I loved, and what I got up to recovering from Bookmas and the election and everything that was kind of going on in November. It was kind of a hard month for me, but it was nice to just take things slow and enjoy really good food and really good books and talk about them with you guys and just enjoy the cozy atmosphere. I got to see a lot of incredible movies and shows, so I'm just very excited to share this time with you. So I hope you guys enjoy this little vlog, and I'll see you guys later. Hello. This is my wine glass of grape sparkling apple cider, because it's good. It's really just juice. It's not as good as I thought it would be. I feel like I always do this where it's like apple grape mixtures in sparkling form. I always think is going to be better than it is, and then I'm just a little disappointed, but alas, it's okay. It's still, something. But I'm here to talk about my most recent read. Now, I may or may not have mentioned at the start of this video that I am just reading the books that I have been anticipating, hoping to read, excited for. You get the drill. This is the absolute most anticipated release of the entire year for me. Erin A. Craig does not miss. I will never have a bad time. I'm never let down. I am just safe in Erin A. Craig's beautifully prosed arms. This is the 13th Child. This is an edition from a small indie shop. If I find my receipt in my email, I'll leave the bookstore in the description for you guys. But it's signed. It says, Shine Bright, Erin A. Craig. I did first read it as Slime Bright, and I said, huh? But, yeah, it came with a so-so promotional bookmark, whatever. And it also came with some thin candles and 2 recipe cards. One for the spice cake, which is our main character's favorite cake. And then, I don't remember what the other thing was, but there was 2 recipe cards. Maybe it's just the one split on 2 cards. I truly don't remember. I think it's in my office. Anywho. In this, we get to meet Hazel and follow her journey. We start learning about the birthday story. Now, this has one of my all-time favorite tropes in a book that I've discovered this year, and that is God's meddling in everyday stuff. God's being heavily involved in the world, in the politics, whatever. House of Salt and Sorrows kind of also has that. Not to be super spoily, but it does have a sense of that, just with the way that that fairy tale is retold. This is also a fairy tale retelling of grandfather death, and I am unfamiliar with the story, but oh boy howdy does this one hit so hard. I sobbed, guys. I was crying by the end. You know it's coming. You know it's gonna happen. Everything hits the right beats. It's expected. It's not like... It did actually shock me. I thought that I knew way more of what was going on and what was going to happen than what was happening. It makes perfect sense. Everything wraps up well. It made me sob. So in this, again, we are meeting Hazel and we're on her journey. She is the 13th child. She is born to a huntsman and whatever her mom is, and she's the 13th child. Now, in this world, most people don't have beyond 12 kids. It's not common. So the 13th child is often sought out from the gods because they have more potential to have power or do fantastical things. And so we have Hazel, the 13th child of her family, and we had multiple gods kind of bid on her existence, on her life, and her father was against it, but the dreaded end, there we go, aka grandfather death, but he's one of the many gods. There's said to be hundreds in this world, which I'm so fascinated. I wouldn't mind getting a companion novel to this world, just seeing more gods meddling. I thought that the divided one was so interesting. I really wish that we saw a little bit more of the first holy, or the holy first. I loved it. I love meddling gods so much. So Hazel is the goddaughter of grandfather death, of the dreaded end, and she has these special abilities. She is set out to be a healer, but she also can see when someone's ailment will be the end, where they can no longer continue, and she can help assist them to kind of have like a more peaceful early death and not have to go through so much pain or corrupt others around them. And it's such a beautiful, I love it so much. So Hazel sets out to learn all of this like medical stuff and become just like the best healer at like age 13. Like, she is incredible, top notch, age 13. There's a lot of turmoil along the way, and eventually, after a bit of a traumatic event and a 2-year hiatus, Hazel comes back and is taken to the palace to serve the king, who is incredibly, incredibly ill. Oh boy howdy, this family is so sticky, so fun. I love being with the royals. I love seeing the inner works of this. I'm going to compare this to a book right now, and you're going to say, okay, Sam, and you're going to trust me on it. The vibes are somewhat similar to J. Bree's The Crown of Oaths and Curses. Now, one is adult fantasy, one is heavily more romantasy. This is romantasy. This is just a fantasy, and there is an underlying plot of romance, but honestly, if you took the romance out of the story, it would be the exact same. It's not necessary, which I don't think could qualify it as a romantasy. There are like 2, maybe 3 paragraphs where it's like, ooh, she's fantasizing a little something something. She is 18. Her and the son, Leopold, something like that, Leopold, are like the two, you know, getting to know each other. It's not quite enemies to lovers, but they definitely get off on the wrong foot. They meet as children, and they're like, you kind of suck. And she, Hazel, checks him in his place, and Leo's like, I am thinking critically about my role in society. And I thought that was incredible. What a way to do, like, a political, yes, anyways, it's so good. So it's not similar to the Crowns and Oaths and Curses in terms of the high fantasy or the complete. There is backdrop of political intrigue and a war happening, so those do kind of coexist in the same way. The vibes are just right. Obviously, it's not so enemies to lovers in this. They're like, they get off on the wrong foot, but their relationship is so beautiful. But there's just something about this that has a similar tone and vibe. So it's like a YA version, but they're not similar at all, but I can't not think of them together. I don't know why. You read both, and then you come back and you let me know. But yeah, this was an absolutely 5-star. I could just rave about this forever. Chapter 19 happens, and we get our first like little revelation. I was like, oh, I didn't see this coming. I just thought that this was so incredibly well done. If you enjoyed House of Salt and Sorrow, House of Root and Ruins, it definitely lines a little bit more there. This is definitely, I would say, the biggest fantasy that Aaron A. Craig has written. All of them are obviously fantasy, but this one has a lot of made-up names, a lot of characters, just like different regions. It's completely fabricated, and you're seeing a little bit more of politics in this, which I think is just like a little bit wider. I would say this is closer to how I think Aaron A. Craig could or would write an adult book if she ever journeyed that adventure. I could sing this high praise for so freaking long. I have missed having like a strong, solid 5-star book that I just absolutely love and adore, and everything about it is so great. This doesn't have the same elements of horror as I would say her other books do. I would say like House of Salt and Sorrow, House of Roots and Ruin have incredible, absolutely fantastic atmospheres, but have a good balance of like scary, creepy, eerie scenes with the fantasy, but it's not quite too fantastical, but still has like enough to go like, oh, it's just perfect balance for me. But I would say that those lean a little bit more paranormal scary and have a more coastal or floral atmosphere that I just think are chef's kiss, whereas Small Favors is definitely different from these other 3, where Small Favors is similar to the Shyamalan, is that his name? Shyamalan, whatever, The Village movie. They're kind of comparable. They have that same feel to them. It's small town, it's eerie, but I really like the romance in this too. It's not quite so fantastical. It's just kind of eerie and unsettling and a little bit sad. But it's a very different vibe from these other 3. So I would say that this fits more with House of Roots and Ruin, but genuinely it is so incredible. The learning about the gods in this world and the way that fantasy elements all worked and came together. It was just beautiful. I really loved all the side characters. I thought this had like a beautiful found family type of feel to it. The ending, I again sobbed like a baby. Oh my god, I was just crying. Yeah, well, I'm not going to talk about it right now, but yesterday was rough. So it was just like it was beautiful. I was up until 4:30 in the morning finishing this because my audiobook was due. Because I procrastinated this for so long. And for what? It's so good. I love this so much. Yeah, so don't be surprised if you see this on the best books of the year for me. There's something about Erin A. Craig and what she puts in her stuff that just hits every time. I've never disappointed. I love this so much. The candles, the cover, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I am obsessed. Now, my copy had a couple smudge printing errors, which I didn't love. And also the beginning of the chapters have like this smoky effect, and I don't know if that's intentional or not. So next time I'm at a Barnes, I'm going to try and find this and see if that's just like my copy being a little fudged or what's going on. But alas, I have read this. I love this so much. This was just like, I needed a strong 5-star. Everything that I've been reading is like maybe 4.5, but mostly 4s and 3s, and the occasional 2s. Like, it's just my reading has not been hitting to this degree of like loving something, of just falling into a book, of just wanting to be in the world. It's been a while, so I'm really happy with this. Absolute favorite. I highly, highly, highly recommend if you drive with Erin A. Craig, or if you read House of Salt and Sorrows and didn't enjoy it, because I know a lot of people don't love the romance in that, which is, to each their own. But if you read House of Salt and Sorrows and you're like, I didn't like this, maybe try House of Roots and Ruin or The 13th Child, and see if it's maybe an author for you, because House of Salt and Sorrow was her debut, so maybe a second chance author type of deal. For me, because you like my content and you like me, and therefore you'll do that for me, maybe. But yeah, wonderful, beautiful. I'm very happy. Now, with that all said, thank you so much for listening to me talk about this. This clip has been 13 minutes of me just talking about this book. It's so fantastic. The descriptions that Erin A. Craig writes are chef's kiss. Beautiful all around. I'm so happy. So, yes. So yeah, this was like most anticipated release of the year. Absolute 5-star. I think 2025 we are getting another potential standalone, and I think 2026 is we're getting the third book in the Sister Salts series, which is House of Salt and Sorrow. You get it. So, I'm very excited to see where Erin A. Craig goes from here. I'm excited to see if she ever decides to dabble in adult and, do something a little bit more. Yeah. No, this is like 500 pages, and every time I thought that the book was going to slow down and I was like, okay, maybe we need to like move along, get onto the plot, do something else. Like, anytime I'd start having that slight feeling, instantly something would happen, instantly something would hook me back in. I loved Hazel and Leo together, any of their like little moments. Leo has 2 sisters and then the king, so it's a nice rounded family, but genuinely just like the way that they all have different moments together is just so beautiful. You're seeing years upon years with these characters, especially with Hazel, so you just like really get to know her, and I think she's a really fleshed out character. I just love this book, okay? It's so good. So with that said, I took the day off of work because of what's been going on. I hope everybody has been taking care of themselves this month. It's been certainly a time. I've been trying to stay off Instagram today to take care of myself. I do think I'm going to try and read 1 or 2 other books in the time frame of this video for sure. Specifically with you guys, I would like to read my 2 other books. Let me just grab them. So another anticipated release is much smaller, and it won't take me very long to get through, is Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. This cover is just genuinely so frickin' stunning. It doesn't fit super well. Also, look at that. But, to each their own. I don't know what this is about, except for it's young adult, dark academia, queer between 2 boys, and I believe that the author is autistic, so probably neurodivergent rep of some type, if not autism, in the main character. I'm very excited. Just the cover alone, it's gonna take me about 3 hours to read, so a nice little easy, hopefully atmospheric. I do follow this author on Instagram. I don't follow very many, but this is one of the authors that I saw them promoting their book, and they got a lot of hype for it, and it really blew up, and I'm so happy for them because this is like their first real launch into the world, so it's just beautiful to see. And then, this is not a new release, but One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. It's time. It's time. It's gonna happen. I always say how I love card magic. Stephanie Garber has card magic, like tarot magic. This does as well. So I just have good feelings. It's gothic. I know that we're going to have a romance. This is considered romantasy. This is the Fairy Loot special edition. We'll see how romantasy. I think this is fantasy with a romance in it. I think that like it's hard to define what romantasy is, and I think it's like gonna differ from person to person, but this feels more like fantasy romance than romantasy. But we will see. I think that the sequel to Twisted Crowns follows a different cast of characters, like a different couple, so I am nervous and intrigued, but people either love the second one more or love this one more. So I'm excited to see where I fall. I have the audiobook for this as well. So these are kind of the two like really big hitters. There's many books that I would very much like to get to this month just for funsies, but these ones especially just because, you know, I want to have a good reading month. I want to just read for me. I want to just hang out with you guys and chill and do stuff. For me, it's big self-care month. And so, yeah. I'm on the high of the 13th Child that I'm like scared to get into another book. Because what if nothing ever lives up to it again, and I just don't ever like any other books? There's always a little book high. It's like I can never read again. I have to just sit in this beautifulness. But alas, I've been talking for way too long. I'm gonna go. Goodbye. Okay, hi. You're gonna have to deal with the best angle I've maybe ever given you. What's up? What's good? Excuse me? Why was this so good? I'm gonna be honest, I went into this thinking I was gonna be a hater. I was gonna be not like the other girls. I was gonna be a little outcast. I was eating this up. Oh my god, the romance? Okay, yeah, his name might be Raven spelled with a Y, and it's a little dumb. But he's wonderful. He's so nice. My jaw was literally on the floor with the way that this book ended. Like, excuse me? Yeah, I was floored. I was gagged. I was shocked beyond belief. I really like card magic. It's up there in one of my favorite tropes of magical beings. I really like tarot decks, magical abilities, so on and so forth. So I thought that was really fascinating, and I really like the lore that we got around it. But the restraint that Elspeth has. So basically, in this, kids get the thing called this fever, and the king has sentenced them to death. If you get the fever, you die because you get magical abilities, which is the devil in this world. And so basically, kids were being killed. And Elspeth is one of the kids who had the fever, but was believed to not have powers and abilities. So she's older, and she's, you know, escaped the eyes of the king and his guards and such. But eventually, worlds collide, and she meets his nephew, I think Raven is, and oh boy, howdy. I love them together so much. But basically, it's a romantasy. It's a relationship coming together. There's card magic. There's high stakes. There's death. There is a voice inside Elspeth's head from touching the nightmare card as a kid. And she has so much restraint, because if my ability was that I can absorb part of card magic, girl, it'd be over for everybody. I would absorb the power from every card I could get my hands on. I would be unstoppable. Would I die? Probably, but it'd be worth it. Go out in a bang, I say. But yeah, overall, I really, really, really love this. I finished it and immediately put the second book on hold, and will be going to the nearest Barnes & Noble the second that I have the hold, so that I can to get the sequel, because I need it immediately. I'm so freaking excited. I love this dearly. I didn't think I would. I was surprised. I had a great time. I'm excited to conclude this duology as soon as I possibly can. Hello, I have a quick little packet. If you didn't know, the Owl Cray Black Friday sale happened, and your girl has had a lot of Owl Cray points saved up, so I finally spent them. And I still had to spend like some of my money for like shipping mostly, but I bought a couple of books, And this one came first. I decided to go a little ham on buying sequels to books that I was interested in and hoping to get to sooner rather than later. Having a nice sequel would make me more inclined to pick it up, you know? So here we have the sequel to Foul Days. This is Monstrous Nights by Genovia Demore. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. But yeah, this is one of my little gifts to myself. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you owe yourself a little treat. And retail shopping, retail therapy is so important, especially during certain months. Oh my god, I'm really excited. I don't know what the series is about. I don't really remember what the first book synopsis was, but I know that Danny really liked it. Got signature and letter. Interesting. I really like how this looks. So, I'm excited now. I can pair some of my books together, which will only make up more space for the rainbow stuff, because I can, condense and utilize this side more, which is where I put all my series. So, that'll be fun. That's a project for Christmas break, maybe? That's when I will probably reorganize my shelves, because I really want to do a physical TBR video, as well as maybe a bookshelf tour combined while I reorganize. We'll see. That might be a really big project, but I'm happy. I got my email today that the other books that I bought have shipped, so they'll probably arrive in the next couple of days, and I'll share those with you as well. But I just want to do this little unboxing. It's late. I'm gonna go to bed. It's past midnight and I work tomorrow morning. But I'm gonna take off this makeup. I'm gonna go to bed. And then hopefully tomorrow we can read Two Twisted Grounds, which I'm so beyond excited about, and I cannot wait. So that's kind of my big plans, and then we'll kind of just go from there. Feel the vibes, see where it goes. I spent a lot of money today. It's been a retail therapy type of month, which isn't great for my track record. I'm trying to not spend money right now, but sometimes you just can't help it. I'm getting all the good things, so anyways, good night. Hello. It looks later than it is. Daylight savings is kicking my butt. But, hi. How are we doing? I haven't really sat down and chatted with you guys. This month has just been, my recovery month. Still trying to, do a lot, but, ease into things and, take it easy. But it is officially Thanksgiving break as of yesterday. Technically, today is Thanksgiving. And, this is my first time spending the holiday alone. And, it's one thing I feel like you're working on the holiday. When I worked in retail, I was yeah, I'll get paid time and a half and, work Thanksgiving and Black Friday, no problem. But, I was still able to, see family, and I was living with my parents, at the time. So this is the first year that, I'm alone for... Why am I gonna cry? It's not a big deal. I'm alone for the holidays, and... it's by my own choice. I was invited to spend with my family, but I didn't, it's not my family, it's... Wow, okay. Am I okay? I feel like I'm processing live with you guys right now, which is dumb. Anyway, I'm spending my first Thanksgiving completely alone. Austin went to spend it with his family, and so I didn't really want to join because I had, YouTube stuff and things to do at home. But I was also invited to, my extended family, and honestly, there's just always, a little bit of drama, and there's, two people that I would talk to there, and with Austin not being there as, my support system, it just is one of those things where it's I don't need to go this year, and so I decided by myself to choose to be alone on Thanksgiving, which is fine. I don't really celebrate the holiday anyway. I don't know why I'm emotional about it, but this is my immediate TBR. I've made the shelf with all of, the immediate books that I really want to get to, and then, reorganized my romantasy shelf, and that felt really good. But I thought I was going to be, super productive today. I thought I was going to film, a video and a half and, read a bunch today, and I've really just been watching a lot of reality TV and taking it easy, and like sometimes you just need to do that. And I wanted to share this because this is like my self-care reset month where I just do whatever I feel like doing, what I want to do. And although I have an audiobook due tomorrow night and need to read that book desperately, I've been like prioritizing what I want to do, and what I've been wanting to do is just like sit on the couch and watch reality TV. It's technically kind of a homework assignment because I have to have them all 3 seasons watched by February. At this point, I'm on track to finishing it, so it's a good feeling. But yeah, I just wanted to like check in, say hi, let you guys know that I'm okay. I swear, I promise. But I'm taking it really easy, and it's honestly been quite nice just watching reality TV and hanging out. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft with Austin, which has been nice. I still have so much to read, so I do want to prioritize that. I have like, I think a lot of my issues lately have just been like to-do list paralysis. Wow, words. I've been super social today, can you tell? But it's like my like things that I want to do. Like there's a very large list of like tasks that I would like to work on, like to get done, and then I sit around for 2 straight days and do absolutely nothing. And it's like sometimes you need to do that, but also like wanting to do stuff and like unable to do stuff is like a very different problem that I'm trying to work through. So hopefully tomorrow will be more productive. I think I'm gonna finish watching this season because it won't take me that long. Let's see, I'm on episode 8 out of 10, so once I finish this season, I think that's when I will start my day, and it is 6:15 p.m. so late start today, but that's how it be sometimes. You can be a night owl when you're alone. Yeah, I just wanted to check in. Sorry for crying on Maine, but I want to check in and like chit chat with you guys and like say hi and update. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of check in. Hope anyone who celebrates the holiday or has the time off had a good holiday break and just like a good month in general. I'm still in like a state of shock that like December is so soon. I have to film my TBR and everything. It's just like, it's happening so quickly, so fast. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. But alas, we're going to stop stressing. We're going to go back to reality TV. It's going to be a fun little time. I'm going to eat my little Sour Patch watermelons and live, laugh, love. Okay? So thanks for being here for me. I'm so sorry.